And good morning. It's your friendly neighborhood Tirronan. And today we are...
Got smoke at a friendly target. Canceling fire mission.
Oh, thank God for that, right? Okay, so what are we doing today? Well, we are getting ready to do the Concord mission. Bunker Hill, I'm sorry, mission. And to do that, we need to make some preparations. And those preparations are as such.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
So let's look at our supply lines now.
Alert. We just got a call for help from one of our settlements. Any Minutemen within range, please respond.
We now designed one very strange looking network across the top of our settlements. And I am going to help these folks out and link all these stations. So to do that, we have to go to and take care of some people called the Forge over at the Sargus Ironworks. And these are truly great people. I mean, just epitomes of humankind.
Are you still well, monsieur?
In other words, more scumbag. Oh,
It's midnight here at Radio Freedom.
didn't mean to hit the
incoming.
Nothing to report.
Caravan
Keep it
guard.
tuned here for updates.
The term is Yahoo?
How much you got left in you?
Did not want to hit the caravan guard. A little fast on the trigger, I guess.
I hear you.
Aim okay.
Yeah.
Looks like he's running out of guys.
That, my friends, is how it's done.
We are being shot at. Enemy unknown.
Subroutines.
I am still intact. There is something unknown.
Don't quit, do you?
Now I've hit one caravan guard today. That was enough.
Shit. Oh, there is to be fighting. Though dangerous, combat is quite vigorous exercise.
All right. I'm gonna go inside and
Oh no!
eliminate cockroaches.
Yeah. No way is this worth it.
Now, where he came from is anybody's guess.
Choice. You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
What
Nothing
the?
new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
I've got your back.
Later, I will review these logs.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all
Now,
across
I
the Commonwealth.
generally just don't have a whole lot of use for forged. And they're weird.
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen
Reminds me of
alerts.
people I've known through my life, and everyone was a
God damn it, I
bully.
need covering fire.
And their reactions when they get their behind well and truly whooped has been universal. Fear, cowardice.
Now, I'll
I
make
believe we're supposed to file a police report, yes? And all the little things go in baggies for evidence.
You feel you need to think.
I don't know if you've actually ever seen
been
an
dispatched.
AUG, but they are... That rifle has always impressed me. There's civilian versions of it out there that are semi-automatic
Who?
that you can purchase in some places. Anyway, one of my local gun stores actually had one that you could rent for
This is
couple
Radio
in an
Freedom,
hour,
the voice of
go
the
shoot.
Minutemen. It's 1 a.m.
It was fun.
All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
It was fun, very quick rifle in a lot of ways.
Dead. What was lost is found. Again.
Good to you.
Every hostility.
But I found it a very handy rifle, and I've always wondered why the U.S. military never used it for their instead of the M4 for close quarter battle. You know, a 20-inch barrel, it's still shorter than an M4.
help.
If he tries to leave, kill him.
You must be pretty strong to make it here.
Oh, were those your guys? I thought they were just trying to throw me a barbecue.
Huh? Like your style, stranger. Been a while since anyone had the guts to talk to me like that.
See, Jake? Here's someone who might actually be worth my time.
That's not really the question,
But
is it?
kill me.
It's whether
But I
he's
brought
worth
everything
mine.
you asked
The
for.
answer is
Stealing
no.
things from your family farm doesn't prove your strength, boy. Though this wonderful sword you brought does put me in the mood to give you one last chance to prove your worth. What do you say? Kill that prisoner and prove that you aren't completely useless.
You said we'd be raiding outside the Commonwealth. These people aren't even a threat to us.
Prove to me that you can
Oh,
kill.
you'll be feeling it later.
It's him or you.
Oh, God, what do I do? What do I do?
Walk away, Jake. You don't have to do this.
Please let me go.
What's
You're
it
right.
gonna be,
I don't want to
Jake?
do this. I don't want to join the Forge. I just want to go home.
Come on. Up yours.
Your
What she
turn.
said.
Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen.
A whole lot less of
Nothing to
that.
report. Stay safe, people.
One less crazy fucking raider in the world.
Amen,
Good.
sister. Amen. Okay, so we're kind of done with this clown.
Wait, what?
And if there's anybody that needed a weapon, it's him.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
No idea where Jake got off to.
Wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. I panicked.
You're lucky I have a soft spot for dumb animals.
Yeah, I messed up pretty bad. I'm sorry. Look, I should probably try to go home and make amends. I know I've got no right to ask, but I bet if you're there to explain, things with my dad would go easier. I bet if you bring my great-granddad's sword, he'll make it worth your while. He always tries to deal fair with people. I'll wait for you by the overpass near the farm.
That's how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Okay, so we got that thing done here. You guys weren't even armed that well.
Follow me. It's just over here.
I'm guessing there'll be a few people here that have the forge left up on the roof. Usually are. I don't know what it is about the Finch Farm. There's between the gunners on one side, the forge on the other, and
This is
Breakheart
Radio
Banks, which is the
Follow me.
super mutant.
Just over
hangar.
here.
Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
All right, the way out of
Nothing to
here is
report at the moment. Stay tuned for
here.
updates.
Just jump straight down. Man, that woman can light a cigarette faster than anybody I've ever seen. Let's take a look at the data just so I don't screw something up here.
You're
If he
tuned
wants to run
Radio
through the
Freedom, voice
radioactive
of the
water, he's
Minutemen.
more than welcome to.
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
You look like a man convinced of the error of
I'm
his
so
ways.
nervous. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Here goes nothing.
What the? Boy, I told you that
Abraham,
if you ever
what's
showed your
going on?
face here again,
Is that my boy come home?
What? Jake's back? Oh, thank God.
Papa, please. I know I screwed up pretty big. I thought if I joined up, I could keep them from raiding our farm.
I didn't. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't care what you thought. I told you.
Abraham
3 a.m. here
Francis
at
Finch,
Radio
that's
Freedom.
enough.
Mama,
You're
it-
listening
Shut
from
up,
a safe
Jake.
place.
If I hear anything out of
Nothing to
either
report.
of you, you'll
Keep it
both
tuned
be
here for
peeling
updates.
potatoes for the next year. I've watched you two go at it for years and tried to let you sort it out for yourselves. Abraham, your son is a grown man. And if you expect him to act like one, then you'd better stop treating him like a child. Jake, your father and I have been out there, and we know it can be dangerous. We just want to make sure you're prepared. There, it's over. And if I hear another word about it from either of you, so help me.
She's right.
If you want to help out, pick some ears
Abraham.
of corn and bring
She's
him here.
right. I've been a fool. There's no way I can thank you enough. Here's something for your help. I think you should hang on to that sword. It'd put a smile on Granddad's face to know it was being used to help people.
Alright, well, I'm not going to keep the sword,
Can we trade a few things?
Of course.
and she has no weapons at all. There we go.
This is Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Now this is another place that just needs tons and tons and tons of defense and cleanup. To make it usable. Apparently the guy thinks he's a junk dealer and instead of a farmer. And it shows in a lot of ways. Okay, so we'll get this thing cleaned up real quick. Get it converted to a usable area, because we've got to prepare the Minutemen to take over when we eliminate the Institute. Now there are a couple of things you can do. You can also make an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel and eliminate them if you really want to. But this is what is known as the pure ending by some, because all three factions that are left will get along with one another from this point on. The Brotherhood of Steel can't find the synths, so they don't have a whole lot of reason to go after the railroad anymore. And from the comments of the Brotherhood of Steel suddenly develops a very healthy respect of the Minutemen when they take down the Institute. You get a lot more circumspect in their dealings with them.
This is Radio Freedom. It's 4 a.m.
Which in the
Nothing to
case of the
report.
Brotherhood of
Stay
Steel
safe out
is
there,
probably a good thing. So it doesn't really give you an option of saying, we have it, get out, which I would prefer, frankly. So unless you make enemies and annihilate them, it's not a good thing. Alright, now the problem with this particular the setup is you have enemies that will come in from three sides, and this one especially is the bad one. So the easiest way to set this settlement up after you clean up 10 tons of crap out of here is you come down here, and here's where you want to set up your water. You can make it a big one, doesn't really matter. Then you want to set up your generator. And I like to put it back here, kind of away from everything so it doesn't catch crossfire from people fighting, because this is probably the area that gets hit the most. And then here you want to expend some real effort defending this place, and the best way to do that is as such. So you build yourself a bridge. Set it up as high as you can. Because the gunners and the forge will come in here, and sometimes they are wearing power armor. Or scraps of power armor. Or heavy armor. And so what you want to do is make this as strong as you can. And you're going to come down here. And we're going to set up power pylons.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
And halfway they give them little red lights, let you know when you've successfully hooked up when it's dark like this. Okay, so that is now done. So you've got yourself a platform and a raised platform. Then you're going to want to set up some stairs to get to it. And of course that's going the wrong way.
It's 5 a.m. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
And
You're tuned
I'm
to
going to set up
Radio
some
Freedom,
really
voice
hefty
of the
defenses
Minutemen.
here.
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Now this is the only area in the Finch farm that you have to set up missile turrets. Because they're, with the exception of the castle, which you really have to set up well. And I'll show you my castle set up here very shortly. But this farm really gets hit hard. And that isn't in the Minutemen's best interest. Now you don't have to go and connect each one of these to a power station, a power pylon.
This is
But
Radio
it's good
Freedom,
to put
broadcasting
these
all
on
day,
several.
all across the
And what you're
Commonwealth.
looking to do here
Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
is give yourself a cross-connect capability. So that they can't come up and take out a power pylon and stop all your missile turrets. As much as they would like that, they can't do it. They have to go back to that generator that's hidden behind a lot of concrete.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Alright, so the heavy duty work is done here. You do not need to spend all that on the rest of these. For one thing, it takes power. For another thing, it really starts hitting your construction budget, and building up the defenses is only part of what you have to do here. Heavy machine guns will work for the rest of it just fine. Okay, that's now done. Alright, now we need to set up sleeping quarters. Like I said, there's a lot that has to be done in this particular map. And I have not upgraded it with a mod. Something I really need to start taking a real hard look at. There we go. Alright, now you know the drill from here. We're just going to put some beds in here. and get the beds taken care of. And you know, it occurs to me I never put up a settlement. We should start seeing them by now. Well, let's get the beds taken care of, then we'll put down the settlement beacon. Because these folks need lots of guns too.
This is Radio Freedom.
Now there are 3
All
beds
quiet here.
inside
Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
the Finch farmhouse there. My suggestion is, just to be on the safe side, to take them out and put all your beds in here. You know these are going to be good. You know these are not going to negatively affect your settlers. And per the Abernathy farm, you can't always count that what exists is done correctly, believe it or not. You'd think they already have it set up so everybody had a lot of happiness, but it just doesn't happen, you know. So there's your 24, but you got 3 beds that you have not touched yet. So you need to overbuild here a little bit. Okay, so even after we get rid of the 3 beds, we'll have 24 beds. We're going to scrap all this. Okay, and you still have 24 beds. And they can use this for their hangout or whatever they're going to do. Next thing, we got to look at food. Now they have lots of food here. It just needs to be planted.
Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 7 a.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
There's already 4 of them here, so you get some help. Now, when I was young, I actually had the honor of working on a rice farm in Colusa County. And that dawn to dark stuff that you see people talk about when they talk about farmers,
all across the Commonwealth.
brother, you better
Nothing
believe
to
it's
report.
real.
Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Harvesting season is short. The hours are incredibly long. And people work like dogs to put food on your table. Never been able to look at a farmer quite the same way since that experience. Most people work like nobody's business. Now it was back in the 70s, 1970s, not 1870s. Stop laughing. That should be enough. Let's see if we can assign old Jake to agricultural duties.
Sure.
And we have one more job to do here and we are done. And that's to put up the recruitment beacon. Alright, so we have 22 food, 4 people. This thing's about ready to go. And this is also a great place to put your artillery. So as soon as you get somebody in, if they want to shoot this thing up, that's fine. All they have to do is get through all those defensive turrets. And sure enough, somebody's already shown up. Okay, food is at 26, so we're very good.
It's 8
Don't need
a.m.
to add any more food. We'll try to settle,
Stay safe, people.
set the settlements at 25, or 24 actually. Overshoot a little bit a few times. That doesn't really hurt anything. Just trying to see if I can find that settler so I can assign him. And you have to have 5 artillery. If you ever do get on the south side of the Brotherhood of Steel's opinion, if you have 5 artillery placements in 5 settlements, 1 per obviously, then you're in a good position to take them out. Okay, so this is done. And you got a settler hiding out there somewhere. And maybe someday he'll show up. But I've got other things to show you, so let's get the heck out of Dodge. Alright, let's go to the castle.
This is
And
Radio Freedom.
again, this is set up for
you
you telling
All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
you telling the Institute to suck on it. And what's amazing is you just tell the your son that, look, I can't be involved in this, I'm done. You're not threatening to hurt the Institute, you're not threatening anything else, and they attack you. Which to me is very much the Institute. Yeah, if they gave you a way to reform it, that would be an interesting DLC. Hint, hint. Okay, so let's look at the defenses that I have set up here. Don't say I never worked for you. Here is the generator, the power pylons to distribute out the turrets, and you notice you've got one heck of a lot of turrets up here. Now remember, you also have artillery. If they want to hang out in an area, you can fling your artillery grenade, and you can bombard the heck out of them. I've never had to do that, and I'm glad I stopped by here. I very carefully and smartly put all of our, you'll notice how close I am to maxing out the deal here. Okay.
Good afternoon.
So,
You're tuned to Radio Freedom,
for whatever
broadcasting
reason I
across
didn't
the
finish it
Commonwealth.
up.
Nothing new
I'm
to
glad we
report.
checked the
Keep it
defenses
tuned
here.
for Minutemen alerts.
Alright. Now you have lots of rocket turrets, 233 defense, and if you're a smart man or woman, you will get rid of some of these because you need some more space in case you want to ever add anything. And these defensive emplacements add 0. I mean absolutely 0 to your ability to defend. So just get rid of it. Okay, so we now cleaned up a little bit, giving ourselves a little bit more construction room. And you do have your artillery set up here.
It's 3 p.m.
And they're pretty well set up.
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Okay, one other thing, I do set up turrets right on top of this roof. Because when they institute attacks, a lot of times they will immediately throw themselves at the inner courtyard. And this area here is one they like to hit. Just happens to be right in the gun range of all 4 of those turrets, and it covers the entire courtyard. So it's a great way to make sure that things get taken care of. Now let's do something else here. We're going to go ahead and assign this settler who is standing around doing nothing.
Okay.
And we're going to put her in charge of a station. Now this raises the happiness of your settlement. And since it's already there, I'm taking advantage of it since I have a very limited construction budget. And what I want to do here, well, I can't. I have to get another, you'll see it's locked because I haven't got local leader 2. And until I do, I can't construct anything. So, well, that'll be for the next level, I guess. I don't find something I want to spend it on worse. But you want to raise up your settlers' happiness to the max you can get it. Anyway, they got food, they got water, they got defenses, they're good to go. And what you're doing is linking all your settlements because I don't have anything better to do with my time. No. That has to do with the fact that when I link these settlements together, they begin to share their workshops, and they begin to share their, they send out patrols, which begin to clear the roads. And it begins to link the Commonwealth back together. Alright, so all we need to do is find somebody just lollygagging around here. And we're going to go ahead and assign her.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, Voice of the Minutemen.
Green Top Nursery is where I need to send her.
Keep it tuned here for updates.
And we need to see what we have in the way of a decent weapon.
I'd like to trade some items.
Sure thing.
Okay, we have an automatic plasma pistol. And we'll go ahead and equip her. And now she's set up. So he starts harassing her. Boy, could she open fire back. Okay, so this area is pretty well defended. And when I go back to my map, there's my level up. Now, there's some things I simply won't do without, but local leader is what you want here. Okay, that allows you to set up the food and drink concessions.
It's just past
that puts money in your pocket, A, but it raises your
like
settler happiness, which is a pretty big deal. Alright, let's go take a look at our map again. We're going to show our supply lines. And now you notice that we have people. So I need to go back to Counter Crossing and get it set up and get it hooked into the castle, or Norhagen Beach, to be more exact, and which is hooked up to the castle, and that will set us up. There are a couple more locations to be done, but I think we've been at this long enough for today.
I just want to trade a few things. Just looking to trade a little.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to move. Okay, we're going to wrap up right here because I have seen how long I have been at this. And
Let's trade.
Let's face it, nobody wants to sit in front of this thing for that long. So we're going to wrap up today. I want to thank you for going on this journey with me. I also want to thank you for, remind you actually to like the video and to subscribe. And I need all the subscribers I can get. Thank you so much. You have a great day.